What's going on, everybody? Brad here from the Jurassic Park podcast. In today's video, we're going to take a look at a portion of the Jurassic Wire from March. Now, usually I upload these in daily segments throughout the week of the release of this segment, but I didn't get around to doing that this time. So please enjoy part 1 of the Jurassic Wire for March. Welcome, everybody, to the Jurassic Wire. I am Brad Jost, and my co-anchor for this program is Aaron Beyer. The Jurassic Wire, if you're new to this, is a segment here on the Jurassic Park podcast where we discuss all the latest news on the Jurassic saga and the latest conversations in the Jurassic community. Now, today we're going to be discussing some follow-up from last month. We've got some Jurassic World live tour stuff. We've got Mattel's latest Beyond the Gates, Generation Jurassic, and the concept, I think, of Jurassic fan events, and maybe the DPG's in ruin. We'll see. But before all that, let's go ahead and welcome in Aaron. How's it going, Aaron?
I was doing really good until about 30 seconds ago.
I'm so sorry.
We'll talk about it later.
We'll get to it
later. Things are good. If you've been watching and following along with the video, you'll see that this month all my shelves are down because I quit my job and I'm moving. So again. Yeah, I can't say where I'm going quite yet, but I'm going to be heading back to the United States, and hopefully that makes me a little bit more available to do some more Jurassic stuff, maybe, possibly. That would be really cool.
That would be awesome.
And yeah, I get like in these modes where I don't want to think at all, and the Jurassic World Evolution 2 sandbox mode is hitting the exact emotional chord that I needed that release to happen. Like I needed those patch notes when they hit. That's when I needed them. Man, I've had a blast with that sandbox mode. The updates I thought were great. Just not having to deal with like the scientist aspect is still there, but it's there because it seems like they can't get rid of the button pushes. Like it's like you have to like probably run through it, but there's like zero cost to it whatsoever. So like all the scientist stuff that I didn't like is for all intents and purposes is gone. And all the dinosaurs are unlocked in that sandbox mode. The new the new decorations are really cool. I kind of wish they would go through and do Jurassic Park. So you know how like when they drive around the corner of the Dilophosaur encounter, there's the sign with the island and then like the Dilophosaur like skull or whatever.
Yeah.
I kind of wish they would go through and just do versions like at least change the text for like every species of dinosaur. I think that would be super cool. So do the Jurassic Park ones and the Jurassic World. The Jurassic World ones would actually be really easy to change because it's literally just text on that wood BG. But like, it's so close to being a perfect sandbox. Like, you guys, give me just work from home. Bring me on for 2 months. Let me just make some assets for you, and it will be like the most perfect Jurassic Park sandbox thing. Like I can't wait for Dominion to hit and to get like the quote the real Giganotosaurus, and to get like the cats in there and to get like I'm really excited. I think the patch fixes that happened for this, especially on the current gen consoles for PS5 and PC and stuff, like they have something special there. I wish that the game launched with I think the game should definitely launch with a sandbox mode that has everything unlocked, and they just give you one island and you have to earn the rest. Like go earn the rest by playing the game. But if this game launched with what I'm doing right now, which is Nublar and everything unlocked, I think they would have sold way more copies if that was something that they promoted right off the bat.
Yeah, I think the press behind this game, especially from the Jurassic fan side of things, would have been a lot better. Because it was a pretty overwhelming consensus. I feel like that most people were like, yeah, more of the same, but also harder and also frustrating. And so I think, and I've seen it, the overall consensus now is that things are better and things are easier, more fun. Hi guys, I've been playing it a lot. Like, so
There you go.
that's a big factor right there. I have been playing it a lot. That was one of the follow-ups that I wanted to talk about with you. So I'm glad you went right into it, because I think that they've really helped out this game. They've made it a lot easier. And I haven't even gotten into all the other stuff. I'm still on, some of the other things that, I'm in the chaos theory modes and stuff like that. And I've been playing The Lost World for way too long. I don't know what's happened, what I'm doing wrong, but like I can't get that fourth star. Like it's like somewhere off in space, and I cannot find this fourth star. So one of these hours I'll find that star somewhere, but I can't find it yet.
What I'm working on now is like I'm working on the jungle or the Fort Explorer. Like I'm working on the Fort Explorer tour.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something that like it takes like 20 or 30 minutes to take my tour. Like it takes a really long time.
That's amazing.
Yeah. What I want to do is I need to figure out one, like how to make it so that like I don't want the dinosaurs to attack the car. I know there's a setting, but because I want to record the tour and I want to post it on the podcast like website.
Ooh, yeah.
But I want the tour to be good. And so I've been like really refining it. Like if you ride for 15 minutes and the dinosaur is not on screen, that's a problem. So like I'm trying to like funnel everything closer. Like there's something weird about this game. I don't know necessarily what it is, but like as your car goes through, it like for some reason all of my animals want to be at the back of the cage, which means that like I don't want to have narrow cages and waste all this perfectly good land, but I do want my animals to be by the tracks.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other thing that I think they need to add desperately, they need to have a on-off mode for visuals on the fences. And here's my rationalization for that. The fences are off scale, I think. Like the large electric fence that looks like the T-Rex fence in the movie, how tall by comparison to the T-Rex was that fence?
I mean, it was probably a little bit bigger than it, right? So
a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Okay, the large electric fence that's got the style of like lights and alarms and stuff, it's like 4 times the height of the T-Rex.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
okay.
Like, and they definitely had this. There was some thought put into this because like on the first like 3 or the first 2 gaps of electric wire on every fence style, they put in a mesh so that small dinosaurs like it would.
Okay. Yeah.
So small dinosaurs couldn't like get out, right? But like I don't know. So anyway, the fences are like off scale and way too big and they're distracting. My second rationalization for this is that invisible fences are a thing in Jurassic World. So
yeah.
Allow me to select portions of fences and turn off visibility, because what I'm doing now is like I'm putting little patterns of like rocks in some of the pens so that the animals can't like escape through the rock, because the rocks take up like a certain amount of squares or whatever, like certain amount of grid spaces. But like getting rocks and placing them takes forever to make it even look like, and I'm trying to do it so it doesn't look like perfectly like
that's a field of rocks. Like
dude, it's pretty but yeah, so like I that's like the last thing they need to do for me is to like get me some more signs, even if there's not sign reference from the movie. Like just plug the names in and do some like just get some skull designs off the internet. Like I'd be totally cool with that. And then just let me turn off some visibility on selected fences, because what I'm doing, dude, it's cool. Like you drive like one portion of my tour is like I said this maybe on the last episode, but like the tour for me that I'm designing, it is in order of the first movie. So you come through the visitor center and then you see like Parasaurolophus and Brachiosaurus, right? Like which you kind of, it's not like that's not guaranteed that's how it was in the movie, but like that's the ones we kind of see by the visitor center ish, or at least you're led to believe that. And then like the first one you come up on is like Dilophosaurus, and then it's Triceratops, and then it's T-Rex. But like I've interspersed other animals in between there, as if like Jurassic Park has been updated, right? I mean, of course Jurassic Park's been updated because I threw the monorail in there too, you know?
Well, the camera panned away for a minute, and then they passed all these different dinosaurs that we didn't see.
Yeah. Right? But like, no, like I've got like in this one area, I've got like Coelophysis just running loose around like your cars and stuff.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
I've got like, I tried putting water like right up close to the track, as close as I can, so that the animals they just like to hide in the back, which is I got to figure that out, which is another reason why I would like to have some invisible fence, so that, because I want to see fencing in the way off background, but I need all my animals to like kind of be close. Yeah,
you want to give them like this much room to walk, right?
I mean, because here's the thing,
next
like,
to the track.
I could upload this to the podcast website as is. It would be very much like the real Jurassic Park. You take the tour and you don't see anything.
Like, yeah, I know exactly.
That's exactly what my tour is right now. Yeah, you take the tour and you don't see anything.
Amazing. I can't wait to get into that. That sounds fun, man. Like the sandbox is awesome. I wish we could visit each other's like places. That would be cool.
Yeah, and like give me that. The first person perspective, definitely not. It's fine. Like it's literally just the definition of fine. Yeah,
it's just a camera that's a few feet above the ground. It's nothing.
Yeah. You know. Which, do you feel like that camera is less than 6 feet off the ground?
I don't know. I only tested it for a little bit, but I did wonder if it was in the right spot for a human.
It feels very low. And then like what I mean, I would love the option to make the gyrosphere red, and I would love the option to make the monorail red. As a Jurassic Park fan,
sure.
You know, I can.
Yeah, if that park continued on and never crashed, like that would be cool. You know.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm having a lot of fun with it. It definitely is hitting kind of this like, I don't know why I'm sad. I'm moving on to a really cool opportunity, but I think just packing and like the dread of having to travel is like, it's like, oh, I need some Jurassic World Evolution right now. But if this was something that was unlocked right out of the gate, I would actually buy an Xbox version of this game too. Because traveling with a PS5 is not easy.
Okay, but an Xbox is also massive, right? Just not as massive.
Not a Series. The Series S. Have you?
I've only seen a massive tower. That's all I've seen.
Oh, dude. I don't want to do it. I don't want to go get it because it'll just ruin.
No, go get your Xbox now.
No, the Series S is like is like this big. It's like,
okay, and
it's like a shoebox. Yeah, it's like a shoebox.
Okay. That have no.
But yeah,
disc.
I would buy it. Yeah, it has no disc. It doesn't run like I don't think it runs true 4K. Like it definitely has.
I've considered getting an Xbox just for the heck of it, just to play, because there's some great games that I want to play on there. But
yeah,
maybe one day. I still got to get that PS5, man. I keep trying.
I mean,
I was like in an hour plus wait the other day, and then at the end nothing happened, so that was cool.
You're not being invited by Sony or anything to.
I was at the Sony thing the other day, and that's what was taking so long. So.
Oh, bummer. Well, if I get invited again, I'll try to pick you one up.
Sounds good. Get it.
There we go.
All right. So, did you play any of the Camp Cretaceous stuff at all? Did you dive into those characters?
Yeah, I did because I love Pierce. Well, I don't love Pierce. I love Pierce's design, and I have I put like 20 of those things in a pen. So I'm using.
They're
Pierce.
all like stabbing each other by mistake. How?
No, they're all just hiding in the back. I don't know what they're doing. They're all hiding in the back. The Tyrannosaurus is something I was excited for. I don't like its design in the game. I don't know if it's really any different than the show.
I think it looked just like it, right?
Did it? I don't know. I thought it was interesting that it is smaller than the Tyrannosaurus, than the standard Tyrannosaurus in the game. It even says
is it?
when you choose its skin, it says Tyrannosaurus Camp Cretaceous, or the year, I think it says like 2018 or whatever.
Mhm.
And then it says small. And I was like, oh, interesting. So let's introduce scale to some of these things. Let me have.
I would love that. My God.
Frontier, just go all out. Give me the Kenner pack. Have me have a young, a juvenile Tyrannosaurus. Let's just do it. Let's team
that
up.
Baby Brachio, that green color.
Well, but see the scale. The Tyrannosaurus still looks like an adult Tyrannosaurus. It's just like half the size. But let me have like variation in sizes of some of the animals. That would be really cool. Like I've got 3 Tyrannosaurs, like the mural on Hammond. I've like the mural in the Lost World. I've got multiple. Like I'm trying to do like Hammond's like version of what he wanted Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
And like so, I've got multiples of animals that we only saw like one of. But like it would be really cool to have like a juvenile Tyrannosaur. Not a baby like in the Lost World, but like a smaller one.
I would like the whole range, and I think like maybe there's a chance that we get stuff like that, with Blue and Beta, have Blue and Beta in a cage together. That would be great. That'd be so cool.
Yeah, they're gonna have to put Beta in this game, right?
Like Atrociraptors, dude. Like there's so many things to come to this game, right? You would think.
It has to be.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm saying. Just give us these extra, let's just go that extra mile. Let's do the invisible fencing. Let's do the signs, because this could be kind of like look, I don't think we're getting Jurassic World Evolution 3. Like, I don't think it's going to happen. I think they're going to move on to something. I mean, maybe, but I kind of doubt it. And let's make this the ultimate. Let's make this the ultimate, the ultimate thing. I did try the glowing Parasaurolophus for something that I thought. Yeah, but you know what? They all clump together. I kind of wish they were scat. Again, if I could just have invisible fences and make little tiny pens for where I wanted the dinosaurs to be, that'd be fantastic. Just running in circles, not knowing what to do.
All right. Well, let's move on, because I want to ask you another quick question.
Sure.
Camp Cretaceous, you got into that. You definitely had time to finish that season, right?
No,
this many months. This is way too many months at this point. Come on.
I watched The Office twice through instead. I'm sorry, man. It just I don't know why. I think it's because I know my wife does not. She's not into it at all.
Dude, you got 4 30-minute episodes to do. That's it. That's more. That's all you got left, man. Just come on. Dude, you're talking about 2 hours of your day.
What if maybe what I'll do is I'll do a watch along or something when I get set up, because maybe that's what it's going to take. Maybe that's what it's going to take. No one wants to see that. It's just going to be me hating on it.
Oh, come on. All right, so let's move on from that. Let's finish it. Let's you'll finish it someday soon. Next thing I want to bring up real quick is the Kickstarter for Jurassic World: The Legacy of Isla Nublar. The number is $295,882.
Jeez,
look at that. So the original goal was $100K, and they've surpassed that quite a bit. We got 2981 backers there, 15 days to go. And look at that, funded in under 2 hours for this tabletop game, which is awesome. It's a great tabletop game. And I don't know if you saw all this artwork and stuff, but I feel like this artwork is right up your alley, dude, because it's old
it looks good,
Nublar legacy style. It's so good.
Yeah, it's cool. I guess I don't understand.
Look at this Rex, dude. Look at this Rex. Is that not the red T-Rex from Kenner?
This artwork looks like the Topps comics for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you would know more about this because you were kind of involved. Are we allowed to talk about that? Whoops.
No, yes, we are. Yeah, it's out. Yeah, I had the chance to play.
You've played this. You did. You went to the. So answer me these questions.
The extension of that word was hilarious when I realized what you realized at that moment.
You know what's so sad is that you you go to a lot of extent to not spoil the things that like I tell you like, hey, I can't talk about this, and then I just barrel roll through. I'm like, hey, let's talk about stuff that I have no idea if
I
it's
know,
okay
yeah.
or
What's happening here, man?
not.
But what were you saying anyway?
All right, so isn't this by Funko?
Yes, but it really has nothing to do with Funko. It's just like a Funko Games. Like if Funko Games, Prospero, think of it as Prospero Hall. When you think of that,
I guess I just don't
nothing
understand
Funko comes to
why a
mind.
Funko project needs to be funded by the public.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, I don't know. At this point, I just consider it a pre-order. You know, because
okay.
like there's no chance that it's not getting funded, right? Like obviously they did it in 2 hours. So I just kind of look at it as a pre-order. But yeah, it is weird. I've definitely had that initial concept where I was like, well, then why would they put it on Kickstarter? It's kind of weird, but it is what it is. It's fine, I think.
It's 120. It's $120. That's like seems high, but
It is, yes, it is steep, but I think that's kind of in range with a lot of style of
tabletop
games,
games, right?
yeah, like this,
Yeah.
yeah. And this is massive, dude. I cannot stress enough how big this is. Like it's a big box. It's 7 pounds of stuff, which is about to get heavier because they're adding more. Because people went out and said like, "Hey, I backed the project. Where's the goals? Where's the stretch goals and things like that?" And they're like, "Well, we don't have any. This is the only one we have. Is this cool sleeve, which is cool. I mean, but it's just a sleeve." So now, look, I don't know why this is like glitching out here, but they're starting to introduce amber dinosaurs. So, you know, you have your dinosaurs that you have on the board down here, and now you can, now they're going to add an amber dinosaur in there. So you got to vote, which I didn't even do that. How do you do that? Vote now. Backers decide which additional dinosaur gets a Kickstarter exclusive amber treatment. And it has, I'm assuming it's only the first 4 dinosaurs that they've revealed, which you can kind of see in this image here if you're watching on YouTube. Raptor, Brachiosaurus, T-Rex, Triceratops. My vote is going to go Brachiosaurus for sure. But I think, let's see if it clicks over.
No,
here.
that Triceratops looks dope, dude, in amber. That Triceratops looks awesome.
I don't care, man. I'm voting for.
What's going to be something?
I'm doing it right now as we do this. Voting for. Oh, come on. I got to sign up. All right. Some other time.
It's going to be something dumb like Velociraptor.
Let's just take a look.
Like, I mean,
nope. It's looking at the results right now. It's T-Rex is in a massive lead, which is not surprising to me because like it's a T-Rex, right? I mean, and it's a great looking model. Like, don't get me wrong. That it also has the part like the fences that you're talking about before. It's got the fences on that figure, and the T-Rex. It looks phenomenal. So that is leading by a lot. I mean, technically, there's not a ton of votes here. You're talking about it's leading. It has 332 votes. Triceratops is at 112 votes. Velociraptor 129, and then Brachiosaurus is at 56. So, Brachiosaur fans, where you at? Where are you? I feel like I'm failing here. What's going on?
My favorite didn't even make the cut, so you know it is what it is. Yeah, I haven't pre-ordered this yet, and here's my concern. I don't have any friends who like
should have just ended right there.
It really should have just ended right there. I don't really have any friends. But like I definitely don't have friends that like these games are always just fun with more people, and like a board game with just me and my wife, like it's just not the same. Like
sure,
I kind of wish like I wish there was a market in video games for stuff like this, because I think it would be so easy to find people around the USA even, or you know, North America or around the world really. It would be so easy to find those people and like play a game.
Like a Jackbox style Jurassic game?
I mean, maybe. I mean, even like if you could just take somehow this tabletop game and like and digitize it somehow, you know? That like I've purchased so many Jurassic games since kind of they become big again, since Jurassic World has like come out. There's so many of them, and they're all just like sitting in my closet. Like I've never opened them. I've never like done anything with them. Like this one being $120, I'm like, when am I going to play this? Like I'm never going to play this game.
Yeah, I think this is a different art. This is a different breed than the standard ones that you find on the shelf at Target or or
Yeah,
wherever.
that's
You know,
kind of what I'm talking about.
this is a bit different, and it really is like a collector's piece. I know I'm like shilling hard for this game all the time, but like I can't
Sure.
stress enough how awesome it was and how cool of an experience. And a lot of that experience was dependent on playing with 3 other awesome Jurassic fans. You know, that was my experience. Was I had hardcore fans right there next to me. So,
But I think that, like, I feel like that's the experience that, like, I'm not going to be able to have
I
with
know,
this
yeah,
game, right? And
that's
like,
yeah,
and you only have that experience because you went out with other, like, you
yeah.
guys were invited out to play this game. Would any of you guys really have that experience? Like, I just feel like you
No,
can.
I don't
Dude,
know
you
who to
could.
play with either. I don't know either. But I did back it. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I'll
and
back. I
it's
mean, I'm going to back this. I'm
it's a
going to back this.
commitment. It's a commitment because you're talking each adventure is 2 hours long, and there's 12 different adventures. So you're talking to 24 plus hours potentially.
Dude, the last time I played a board game that, like, to its fullest extent, do
Mhm.
you remember the great power outage of like 2003 or 2004 or whatever? Do you remember that East Coast power outage?
Yeah, yeah.
That's the last time I played a game like this.
Ah,
It
you
was,
gotta get
and we
into it.
played Monopoly.
That was it. It was Monopoly. Come on. Okay, there's many
Well,
more games out there now. You didn't even play Pandemic? Like, come on. I know you lived through it, but like there before
no,
that,
yeah,
you could have
it.
played.
I lived it.
You could have played a great version of it
What
before.
does Rex say in Toy Story? He's like, play it. I lived it. So good.
Yeah, but
Uh,
it really is a collector's piece. So I think like
yeah, I'll
it's kind
pick
of
it
a
up. I'm
must-have
just,
for a lot of fans.
yeah, it really is. I'm
You
not sorry.
know?
I'm not hating on it. I know for me, I
No,
will
I
buy
mean
this and I will never play this.
that's the problem. Yeah, I'll say the same thing as I have those other games as well, and I have not opened them. Or I have opened them, but I haven't played them. This is different, man. I will 100% find a way to play this one.
Dude, I'm coming home to the United States. When this pandemic silliness is over,
Hmm.
we need to get the podcasting group. We need to get them
Yeah.
somehow in your basement. And we need to spend a weekend playing and videotaping games.
Well,
And
I just got a message from Tom the other day that he wants to rent an Airbnb. Sorry, I'm going to put you on blast here, Tom. He wants to rent an Airbnb and cook with me. Out of this Jurassic World cookbook that we have here, the official cookbook for Jurassic World. So it's not as weird as it sounds, but
okay,
said,
so like, all right, so Tom, let's get this Airbnb. Let's do it right. Let's get it like at a ski resort or something. Like,
Mhm.
let's get like a lodge. All right, and let's, like, seriously, like, I have I have all 3 old games from, like, when the original movies came out. Like,
Okay.
each one had their own board game. I have those. I've got some kind of card game. Let's get this Nublar, this Legacy of Nublar. Let's get the Target ones. Let's set up a table. Let's rig a camera to face
Yep.
down. All right, like, let's do it. Let's plan it, and let's do a whole weekend of it. And then we'll just, I mean, that right there, that's like the game trail. Like, that's my ultimate dream for what the game trail could be.
Yeah.
And it's so expensive to do it.
Yeah.
But, like, you make
Yeah.
thousands of dollars off this podcast now, right? So, like, this is nothing.
What? No, I don't make anything, but
Yeah.
it's all goes to the podcast. But yeah,
Let's do it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think maybe I will look into that because we're gonna become what are those like they're like gaming clans and like people like content houses that like people live together. We might just start one of those. And we're gonna be a content house.
Between you and me, like, let's build a rig for a camera to face down, and then let's figure it out. Seriously, like, no joke. I want this to happen.
All right, we haven't even started talking about today's topics, so let's dive into our first topic of the day, which is actually going to be Jurassic World Live Tour is back. So I don't think we've gotten a chance to talk about this, but they finally have announced that it's coming back to the States, and it looks like it's going to be like doing its original run-ish for the most part. Like it's like restarting as if 2020, 2021 and this year never happened. You know, they're just like, let's just do it over. Let's go back to the beginning, and try again. For the most part, there are some differences in the schedule, but it's pretty close. You know, starting in Columbus, Ohio in September, and then they've got a bunch of dates here.
When's it going? When's it going to Detroit? Go back Detroit.
Right there, November.
All right. And when's it going to like Oklahoma/Texas? Look it up for me, buddy. It's not. Screw those places.
Well, you got some Missouris here, Indianapolis, Wisconsin's, Illinois, Ohio's, but yeah.
I would love to take my nephews. I would love to take my nephews to the Detroit one. Like they're kind of at that right age where that would be like really, really cool. So
yeah, absolutely. And this is the thing. It's like everybody knows now to go. Like if you missed it before, you got to go now. So it's back. It's finally happening again. It's really exciting. I mean, it's still an interesting time out there, and I know not everything is totally back to normal, but we're on the way, it seems.
Yeah.
But for an arena show, it's still a little scary for a lot of people. But I was wondering, with this show coming back, and we did see this, right? So we know the ins and outs of the show. What do you think about changes? Do you think you would implement any changes? Is there anything about this entire experience that you would think should go differently, or should it just stay exactly as it is?
I mean, it's hard to say. They hooked us up with like great seats. They knew where to sit the podcasters like for the show.
Yeah.
I guess. Well, so this was another thought I had playing Evolution. Is there's things in this that I would like to see Evolution adopt. I don't want to spoil this necessarily since this is new, but like there are some set pieces that I think would be really cool in like in the decorations portion.
You would just want a gas station in Evolution.
Yeah, yeah. And there's some animals that I think would be cool to do. Like, what are you trying to get at? Like, what are you trying to pry for? Because are there changes?
Oh no, nothing.
What's happening?
No, I have no idea. I know nothing about it. They haven't really. I've chatted with them a little bit, but I haven't really talked about anything like that. But no, I just wondered if what you saw, whenever that was, however many years ago, is there anything that you would like to see changed? Do you think they should incorporate anything else into the show? Do you think they should change out some scenes or add some dinosaurs or anything like that? Really?
I mean, personally, for me, like I was Genie looked like the Troodon from the old video game. Mm-hmm. And then I guess buy and transfer looks like I wish Genie looked like the Mattel toy.
Okay.
Because I feel like the Mattel toy and the Jurassic Park the game Troodons they're synonymous with one another. Do you have one? Yeah. So like, right, I think that would be cool enough to like make Genie not look like a very large compy or a Gallimimus or something like that. There's nothing like majorly wrong with it. Like it's not. I'm not like sitting here trying to hate on it. I just and at this stage it's like it's so far gone. Like there's just no way. Like right. Like Genie's been sitting in a warehouse for 2 years. They're not gonna like put more money in a redesign. But I guess for me, because I feel like now the Troodon design is kind of cemented by these 2 iterations, that this third one being so different is kind of like, like whatever. I don't really know about changes. I would like to see some of these characters be brought into other mediums.
Oh yeah, yeah, me too. Yeah.
Now, is it the same? Did they get the main cast back that we?
I mean, I don't know. I know that they are doing auditions. There are auditions posted. I don't know where they're posted. I'll try to find them in the meantime. But they are, posting auditions. So I I know that, some people are off in different roles, in different jobs. So, that was a long time these people
Yeah.
didn't just sit around like saying, I'm just going to wait until the live tour comes back. And a lot of those people were probably going to run out of their run anyway by the time, they weren't going to run for an entire year. They were going to run for a certain period of time. I know actually by the time that this ended, there was like maybe another week or two left on some people's runs. So some people were going to be out anyway. So I don't know, who's coming back. I have no clue. But
I
I
mean,
would
for
love it.
me,
I would love it if they did
it
return.
would be, and her name escapes me right now, but the main girl.
Yeah, Madison Embry as Dr. Kate Walker would be awesome. I feel like
I mean, she was
you
excellent.
gotta. I mean, yeah. I would if you're Feld Entertainment, I think you gotta pay her money and just get her out there no matter what. Like you gotta
Yeah, I don't know what
have
she's
Madison
doing
out
now,
there.
but I know she. I mean, like you said, the pandemic hit. It's not like she sat around and was like, "Well, I guess I'll just wait and ride this out for."
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
I would
it's tough
imagine that was maybe fun for
for a little
5
bit,
weeks.
yeah. But they're
Yeah,
performers.
right.
That's a struggle for those past 2 years. Is like
Hmm.
that it just didn't exist. For so many options. There's so many places that did performances. So it's good to have it back. And I know some people are trying to get
What
back
would
in.
you What would you change? Like what?
So you just mentioned about the crossover potential that, it would be awesome to see some of these characters in other places. I was thinking, and I actually, I forget who said this. Was recording. Maybe it was Michael Corelli. It might have been Michael Corelli or Jen or somebody. But we were talking about this, and whoever it was mentioned Camp Cretaceous. And I was like, oh, yeah. And they, whoever it was mentioned that beginning sequence with the gyrosphere. And I think that would be a fantastic idea is that gyrosphere comes out and there's two park guests in this gyrosphere that are like, oh, cool, look at that. Whoa, look at this dinosaur over here. And then Genie kind of has an interaction with them, I believe. And then
Sure.
it's a very quick sequence. But imagine if they swapped out just two generic park guests for Darius, Brooklyn,
Yeah.
any of those characters, put the iconic. I think those two are probably like the most recognizable from the cast. So like, just make them look like those characters. Put them in there. Give somebody like a yellow hoodie, and then somebody else has pink hair and a pink jacket. There you go, Darius and Brooklyn, and it would be just a nice little thing. You don't have to like call attention to it and say like, hey Darius, hey Brooklyn. Like you don't have to like do a whole thing.
No, I
You just
say do it. Like, why not?
well, you could, yeah, you could, but like I think if you just did it and you just had them in there, that would be really cool and a nice nod where you don't even have to mention anything about it.
I think with the fact that it's that show being geared towards kids this
Hmm.
age of this live tour, and then this live tour being a thing, yeah, like you're
Yeah,
totally right.
I
Do you think
wonder.
Universal? Do you think these properties talk to each other enough and have the rights to do that kind of stuff?
No, no way, no
Because
way. I don't think they
I feel
talk each
like
other at all.
this is like I feel like Universal does with Jurassic what Disney used to do with like some of their properties, which is just license it
Hmm.
and like and I feel like this is just a license, and so it's like, hey Feld, you're paying Universal a premium to basically do a dinosaur show and use the logos and use the designs, and like whatever you create is yours. I'd be willing to bet that this story. I bet Universal doesn't even own this story. I bet this is like I bet Feld owns this story or something. Like I feel like there's
That's
probably
interesting.
weird deals where like they can't even reference Camp Cretaceous or something.
Yeah, that's an interesting thought. I never really, considered that. And we all know Colin Trevorrow went out there on like opening night of this thing or whatever and said the
And
whole
sandbag the whole thing.
soft cannon business. So like, yeah, really,
Oh.
pulled the sail out of it or whatever. And that could be a catalyst for that is the fact that maybe story wise somebody owns a certain particular thing. But I don't know. I have no idea. And I wonder if like any part of Feld or anything is like kicking themselves for not having the information about Camp Cretaceous and not producing a Camp Cretaceous show, because that's the show like that. you're gearing this entire experience. Yes, it's fun for the entire family and for people like me and you. But I think like it is like you're saying, it's geared towards a younger audience and kids for an arena show. Feld Entertainment produces other things like Disney on Ice and different shows like that. So that is their market and that's their share that they're trying to get. So I think, man, I wonder if they're like kicking themselves a little bit for not having a show, which this could have very well been so much of that. Like if you swap out like a few elements here and there, this could be a Camp Cretaceous story. Like I see no reason why it couldn't be, So I'm not saying that I think like they should do a Camp Cretaceous character as the entire show. That would be a great show. But I think like for the sake of this, to just like, it's something very minimal. You just swap in and out these two characters that are in the very beginning for a minute and a half of this show. I think that would be a fun change, at least.
Yeah. I mean, for sure. I don't really have anything to add to it. I just totally agree with you. So.
I wonder if there will be any changes dinosaur-wise or show-wise, because practicing and performing a show in your studio is one thing. Getting that show out on the road is a completely different story, right? So you get it out there, you perform it, you're traveling with this experience, and then you've hit a bunch of different destinations, and you realize, oh, this isn't working as well as we wanted it to, or this story element isn't hitting as well as we wanted it to with the fans. So I wonder if there's anything like that they got the experience they needed, and they said, this didn't work the way we thought it would work. I wonder if there's anything like that in their analysis of how the show went. And I know I saw it a few times. I saw it 3 times, and there were elements that weren't working several times that I saw. One time, the Indominus scene just broke down on its own. The doorway thing with the Triceratops didn't even show up one of the times. Wasn't even in the show. They just skipped over that scene completely. Okay. So I wonder if there's things like that they'll be like, well, this didn't work, or we're struggling with this creature, or the Pteranodon sequence. I remember when we first saw it, they didn't do the Pteranodon sequence. So
they did. They tried.
They tried, and then they just like he just like had to rush off the side.
Here's what I try to keep in like frame of mind for that stuff is like, think about how often you might have ridden Jurassic Park the ride at Universal, and how those animals don't change locations, and they're broken like half the time. Meanwhile, you're trucking around these robots and costumes in crates across across the world. Like something's got to break. Like this T-Rex, I remember being there. I mean, can we talk about the behind the scenes?
Yeah.
Okay, so like I remember being in there, and they were like still coding some of this stuff. They were like, it was like 2 hours before showtime, and they're like, oh, they're still working on the code. And I'm like, oh my gosh, man! Like, let's get it done. But yeah, I just feel like can you imagine? Geez, can you imagine the T-Rex like breaking? I don't understand. Like you're saying that like, oh, the Triceratops didn't make it one episode. That means it broke. Can you imagine? Like, what do you do if the T-Rex breaks?
I don't like. At least if the trike breaks, you can throw in a stego. You could can swap it out for the Stegosaurus. And I did see that at one point. I think they did swap. I think the first scene has a dinosaur. I think it's a Triceratops. I think it shows up twice. And
for anybody out there who's like, oh, they must have a backup. They do not have a backup of that T-Rex.
No.
So
it's massive. It's incredibly massive. The backup is actually at Jurassic World, the exhibition right now, because they made them for that now. Okay. But yeah, there is no backup on site for this dinosaur. So I don't know. That would be. That's like a show canceler, to be honest. Like, I don't know. What do you do? Like, do you cancel that night? Do you like? Because you can't just if it breaks as you're coming out, like
yeah.
I don't know. I would love to. I gotta ask that question. We have to ask that question next time we talk with them, because that's an interesting one, because that's
like I feel like that's a negative. I feel like that's a negative question, but like, what do you?
No, it's a realistic question. Like, what happens, because you're banking on this dinosaur to to sell the finale of this show.
Oh my gosh, that would be devastating. All
I
right,
know.
I want to know the answer to that now. I want to know the answer. Um,
Yeah.
no, this is cool. I'm glad it's coming around. Like, man, I would love to go see it in Detroit.
Yeah.
With my nephews. They were a little young when it first rolled around, and I think my sister was probably hesitant, but they're definitely the right age now. So, oh my gosh, there's so many questions.
Yeah, none of them say what if the T-Rex is broken. But yeah, that about
When the
does it
ride
for...
when the ride breaks down, the pirates don't eat the tourists.
I think that about does it for the live tour.
Sure, that's
So let's
fair.
go ahead and move on to our next topic, which is actually going to be Mattel's latest toys. So I want to go over to our, this is a site we go to constantly when it comes to video content or live content. We're at collectjurassic.com, and Collect Jurassic, they've created a wonderful little checklist for 2022 toys. And I wanted to get some of your thoughts on some of these because I know there's been a few recent updates and things like that. Maybe we'll take a look at Tim's Instagram page if we get a second. But, well, yeah, hey, look at this. We got an Atrociraptor here. Look at that. That looks fantastic, I think. What do you think about the Atrociraptor?
I mean, I'll buy one because I mean, like, I'll buy one because it's in a movie. I think that this is going to be the line where, I mean, I've already pretty much cooled, like, I've very much cooled just being in Canada and not having. I say that though, but I am moving to the United States where I'm going to have easy access to all this stuff. So,
dude, you're going to be at Target every other day, man.
So help me, dude. I was telling you offline, I can't have someone help me unpack my stuff when it comes off this truck. Like, I can't have people in my boxes because it will be embarrassing.
I think you actually said it on the last episode too. Yeah, just like how many.
There are boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes of Mattel Jurassic figures.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll get an Atrociraptor, but like, I'm not gonna buy another blue. I might buy this Moros Intrepidus. I mean, maybe. I wish it wasn't green, like mint green. They keep showing this Dimetrodon, and I feel like that's a huge shame that they've started showing this, because that was something that was not shown in the trailer. That's something that was not shown in any Colin Trevorrow behind the scenes images. And I think this thing is obviously in this movie.
Yeah, I mean, look, this thing was shown off, right? The baby Nasutoceratops was shown off from Colin. And we've seen this. We've seen and of course, not every toy needs to be in a movie. Do you think this long neck thing is going to be in the movie?
Everywhere. There's stickers of it. There's
a lot of other renders of the Dimetrodon, which I am very excited about. I think that'll be really cool. One of my favorite creatures of all time. That it literally like goes back to the beginning of me as a dinosaur fan. I know it's not a dinosaur,
right?
But like it goes back to the beginning of me being a dinosaur fan. Is like I have like a bunch of those Dimetrodons from like different play school and different like companies that when I was like 4, 5, and 6, like that was one of my toys. So yeah, I think those are pretty cool. We've probably seen these ones before. I'm just gonna skirt past those. What do you think of this one? This Yangchuanosaurus. I don't know if I said that correctly.
I'm always down for some of these bigger ones.
Massive action.
That's it's cool. And like the thing is, I only have one. I only have that original Kets from Mattel. So this will be kind of like a second iteration, which I'm very much a fan of having just kind of 2 iterations
for sure
on a lot of these animals. That green thing looks really cool. This Owen and Claire set.
Yeah, we got some human dino 2-pack things here, which I'm 100% down for these. I love these. And these people are already finding these like in stores. Like Where are these stores? I don't have any of those around here. Everybody's like, oh, it's just at this one. And I'm like, we don't have that anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't even exist up here. But yeah, Claire and the Dilophosaur. I think the Dilophosaur looks great. I love that. And Claire looks cool too. Claire looks cool. She's got like a GPS. And then this massive beta, which I think beta is a bit oversized.
I don't understand that. Like,
yeah,
I guess I don't. It's way too big.
Mm-hmm. It could have been made smaller. I don't know why it was made so big. Maybe they got like a weird render from the film and they just thought this was the scale or something. Because like, look at the fox. Maybe. There's a fox in this pack too, and it's tiny. Like, have it that size or a little bit bigger maybe. But
yeah,
you know, got Owen in his very standard attire for the most part. It's you know, very similar. But it's cool that we got this fox. I think that's fun, even though it's a different edition.
Yeah. I'll pick these up.
I would love if we got goats, you know, with like the T-Rex and stuff like that. That would be really cool. But it's a shame because this fox is dead in the trailer. So poor fox. And I like this
Dilophosaurus. I was actually hoping, I don't know why I was hoping for this. I was hoping for a redo of the Dilophosaur for the toys, and we're definitely not getting a redo, which is unfortunate. I don't like the hinges. The hinges are too big for that toy. I really wish they would have maybe gone back to what Kenner did with their Dilophosaur frill, which was just like a added plug and play kind of thing. But this paint job looks really good. Like, I'll probably I'm gonna have to do some purging, man. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to start selling off some Mattel stuff because it's too much. Like, I think I've probably got like 4 or 5 Dilophosaurs, none of which look like the actual Dilophosaurs.
Yeah, and we've got an image up here of Claire, which I think she doesn't exactly look like this in actual toy form, but this is just a render. But it's pretty close, And I like this image of Owen and the fox because I feel like in this image he's like, you know what, Fox,
I'm gonna get you.
It's about time. I gotta take you out behind the shed, and you know, we're not gonna tell Beta
so
about
dark.
it. It is dark.
So dark.
That's what he's like. Looks like he's staring at this fox as if it's like, it's your last day on Earth here. Come on. It's weird, but you know, I dig that we're getting these. Oh God, look at that.
Ooh. It's so bad. It's so bad.
Actually, I feel like that looks better. It gives him more like expression, but like I don't think he looks like this in actual toy form. It's weird. But then we have multi-packs of different dinosaurs. One of them, or actually, there's only one listed. There's a release and rampage pack, which I'm not sure what that is. That might be like another Velociraptor.
Maybe, but this Therizinosaurus, I've seen it.
We'll get there.
This is cool. This is cool. But we got to get to the Therizinosaurus.
Yeah, and people have that one already. But this is a nice little 2-pack here with the Atrociraptor in blue. So that looks pretty cool. I dig the Atrociraptor. I actually, I was unsure of it at first when I saw like different renders and things, and I think I saw like those heads walking around sets, and I was a little concerned. But I think it looks kind of cool, and it looks like very raptor-like for me. So, and I like how it's differentiating itself from blue, like that body style. So it's pretty cool. But let's go ahead and talk about the Therizinosaurus. This one's been out for a little while. People have been finding this or whatever. But it is amazing. And it's big. It is actually real big. Yeah.
It looks big. Yeah. In the videos I've seen, it looks big. So this is something I'll pick up. I'll pick up 2 of these for sure.
I hope we get a bunch of repaints on this one because I feel like if there's enough like really cool, I don't want just like a brown or like a green. Give me more cool repaints like this one because this is a cool paint job. I like this. But I want
but this matches what we've seen in the trailer.
Yeah. I just want some wild stuff as well, like, you know, different blues and, you know, golds and all kind of greens and weird stuff, like crazy green, not like just like a standard.
You're crazy. You're crazy.
I want some weird stuff. Let's see what else we got here. Anything else that's new?
There's a new. Okay, this car looks way less cool than I thought it was going to be. It looks like a play school like truck.
It does, yeah. These fake
this was something I was really excited for, and this thing it looks like it looks like it's for like 3-year-olds. I mean, I'm not saying that like these toys are not geared towards like 6 and over. But
Why
like,
are they not making this for 36-year-olds?
yeah,
Huh?
all right, fine,
What's
fair.
going
Like,
on here?
I don't know. The Jeeps, the stuff that has come out like
It's the
already,
tires.
like
It's got to be the tires, right? Like, because so much of this feels like a Kenner product in a lot of ways, like where this breakaway roof
yeah,
and stuff like that is a key feature of so many Kenner vehicles, was this breakaway like body of the vehicle. And I think, it just has this, I think these giant massive tires.
it's the
I
rounded corners, it's the rounded
Yeah.
edges, like everything
Mhm.
just looks bubbly and like rounded. Whereas like
Yeah.
everything that's come out, even the Kenner stuff. All right, so let's go all the way back. Like Jurassic Park is for kids, but it's about adults in a dinosaur world. And like every car that's ever been made in a toy form feels like it was a car for adults. This
What's happening
feels
here?
like a car for children. Like it feels like
Yeah.
yeah, it's weird. This is something I was really excited for this. I don't even recognize this as the thing I saw in the behind the scenes leaked footage. Like
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
like it's like
Yeah.
not recognizable to me as what that thing is. But I mean,
Yeah.
maybe we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. I'm interested to see. I think it's kind of fun. I dig it. But it's not as realistic as that massive blue one that we got with Fallen Kingdom,
Yeah,
and stuff like
yeah,
that. It's not as realistic. And I don't know. Yeah, I think you're right. It's definitely those curved angles and things like that, plus those tires, and maybe just the simplistic color scheme. I think might be doing it. It kind of
maybe.
does look
Yeah.
like it really does look like an Imaginext toy.
Yes. Okay.
Um,
That's what I was. That was escaping me.
yeah.
Yeah. It looks like there should be like some kind of like chibi looking Batman with this or something. Um.
Yeah, I know there's let me see here. Let me bring this down for a second, but I know there's different Imaginext Jurassic vehicles. Let me see here. Imaginext Jurassic. It's hard to type on an iPad like this. All right, let's see. Let's see what we got. All right, so we got vehicles here. Oops, I clicked on it. So here's a vehicle that I can kind of get it. It kind of looks similar to like this
Yeah.
kind of
Okay. Yeah.
style of
100%. Like
vehicle, right?
what's
Like
up?
something
Yeah.
very playful about these kinds of vehicles. And that's definitely that kind of style. Let's see what else we got. If there's anything else, I'm pretty sure there's other ones, but some of them look pretty cool. Oh yeah, kind of had the same angles and stuff as like the ATVs. Yeah, yeah, it's definitely got that Imaginext style, but pretty cool though. Otherwise, I don't know. I'll probably pick one up. But how do I go? Where was I? We were at Collect Jurassic, so let's go back over there. Is there anything else to check out while we're here? Not that. We've seen those. We've seen these. Oh, we got this one, which I know. We've got. It's funny because we've got Owen and the Velociraptor. Blue has some scratches on her side, battle damage. Owen's got a nice red shirt. I dig that. A different look for Owen. He's missing the stripes. So where's the stripes? Hashtag where's the stripes?
Right.
And and then he comes with Rain Delacourt. Is that his name? Yeah, Rain Delacourt. Which is hilariously not indicated on the package for some reason. They're like, hey, Mattel, there's a shady looking guy in a big coat, and he's got somewhat longer hair. I'm not gonna tell you who he is, but he's a bad guy. I don't know why Universal talked like that to Mattel. But it's a cool looking pack. I dig it. It's like, here we go, another blue, whatever. But you gotta go for it if you're gonna get those two characters. And I'm very happy to see new humans in the mix. So that's pretty cool. But I think yeah,
I
we
mean,
got a super colossal too.
they're doing what we kind of thought was going to happen with humans. They're packaging them in with maybe
Exactly,
some
yeah.
more enticing offerings. Although I gotta say, really surprised that their enticing offering is just something that you can buy individually
Yeah,
like
blue.
by itself. Like so, like yeah, like why give this new guy like why not put him with an exclusive dinosaur? I guess that's kind of where I'm at a loss. Like, why just pack it? Like, just I mean, I get it. Blue sells. Is that just really it? Is that blue sells? If you're gonna sell a blue, you might as well sell a human with it. Like,
I guess so. I don't know.
that's
Actually,
weird.
I don't know where it would if it would be on this checklist, but we'll try to find out in a little bit. But we do have super colossals here. We've seen some of these before, or the Giganotosaurus, but we've got a Triceraptor looking pretty cool, and then we've got a darker version of the T-Rex, super colossal. I can't rationalize adding more super colossals to the collection because like they gave us so many super colossals already. I've got a T-Rex and the Indominus, but they also had Blue and Carnotaurus. I think that was it. But not only are we already flooded with super colossals, but we also have like brachiosaurs all over. We've got apatosaurs, like these massive, massive things. And I'm like, I have no more room for these massive dinosaurs. So super colossals, probably not going to rush out to pick them up.
No, I mean, I have a super colossal T-Rex that like I'm moving, and I'm like, well, if this makes it in the truck, great. If it doesn't, that'll be the first Jurassic Park thing I like let go.
Yeah. So we've got a few little mini things, nothing too crazy here. What is that thing?
No, probably not doing the minis this time around.
Is that the Lystrosaurus? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Nice. I forget what the name of it was. What's her name? DeWanda Wise mentioned a name. I'll try to look it up in a minute, but that's cool. I didn't actually see that one before. In the mini packs, there's like these trucks that have a bunch of minis in them, and then there's other little packs here and there. Oh, these are interesting. These like click trackers. So they're like little rolly figures.
What do you like? You pull them back and then.
I think it's like radio controlled some way because it comes with a little click tracker thing here. I don't know how it goes, but I'm not sure. But they're pretty cool. They've got Atrociraptors. It looks like I see 2 Atrociraptors and then 2 other just normal raptors. One of them has the same paint scheme as like the Proceratosaurus from one of the earlier Mattel lines.
One of the earlier Mattel lines.
Yeah, but it looks pretty cool. It's interesting. We got 2 and 2. I wonder what that means. And these 2 raptors are like just random looking raptors. Are we going to see something like that in a movie? I don't know.
It's so weird. I feel like we don't get these random things with like Star Wars, and I'm wondering like this stuff has to sell because they keep doing it. You know?
Yeah, I mean they Star Wars now has I forget what.
Oh, don't show me those. Don't show me those.
What?
Don't show me those. Don't.
What am I going to show you?
You need to scroll through that. I'm so sad right now.
Oh. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I thought you meant like weird Star Wars things. You didn't want me to show you weird Star Wars things. I was like, they have like things like this, you know? They're kind of cute and little.
Yeah. All right.
And like, you know, random things like this. I just have all the Baby Yoda things. But yeah, I don't know. They both have their mix of odd things. But I think let me take a look real quick here at just Instagram just to see if there's anything else that we're missing in regards to some latest stuff. I'll take a look at Collect Jurassic here. See if there's anything else. Oh, we got this thing. This new what is it? Is it a Nerf gun? Yeah, it's a Nerf gun. Are you a Nerf gun guy?
No, I mean I know that it's supposed to look like the one from the first Jurassic World movie, but
yeah, it's like amber color though. It's pretty cool. It looks like pretty legit. Like I was wondering why it looks so accurate. I didn't know they made them that accurate looking. So pretty interesting, but it could be a fun little pickup. I'd probably pass on that, but it's interesting nonetheless. I wanted to see if there was anything in particular here.
Are you being like, is the word facetious?
Facetious? No.
Yeah.
What? No,
I don't know.
I'm trying to show you something interesting here that we can talk about. So there's a
Well, like
you
there's
notice
the
anything here?
Dimetrodon again.
Yeah, I see the
Uh,
Metrodon. Yeah, well, let's go ahead and scroll around. Let's look around a little bit. We got a Dino
yeah. All
surprise
right.
egg.
I saw this thing with the arm.
Yeah, this toy here that has a Baryonyx with a strap around its arm. Well, a strap around its body, and then a mechanical arm. Some sort of robot arm. Is it a Brad X? Is it? You tell me.
I
You
don't
tell
know.
me. Interesting. Don't know what to say about that, but
No.
oh, we got these masks. We got some cool masks coming. But that
This
was
is
about
like I
it, I
don't
think.
understand. They keep making these masks and these claws. Like I remember being in a Toys R Us and like literally it was an aisle full
Yeah,
of raptor claws. And I'm like, these
yeah.
obviously don't sell.
They
Why do
still
they
have
keep making them?
massive, walls of them at Universal, and
Why
this
do
was
they? Well, yeah, but
interesting.
Universal makes sense because they're probably charging $100 for a set of claws.
Probably.
But
Yeah.
like, I just these don't. I don't think they sell, dude. Like, that's
I
nuts
don't
to me.
know. I don't know. They might. They might. But it's an easy little pickup for families and stuff like that. But who knows?
Yeah, I guess.
But we're gonna continue to talk about toys, and I want to get your thoughts real quick because we're gonna go and dive into a little bit of Beyond the Gates. All right. So Beyond the Gates, if you're unaware, it's like the the pre-order stuff and the videos from Jurassic Outpost, and you can pre-order something like once a month. And once you pre-order it, you got it in your Target account. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to laugh at this. But you got it in your your Target account, and it's sitting there on pre-order, ready to ship out to you.
I
And
hate you so much.
and then once you've pre-ordered it, it says sold out afterwards, and you're like, whew, man, at least I pre-ordered it. I'm safe.
Yeah,
So
at least
so
I pre-ordered it.
what happened, man? What's going on? What did
Dude,
you just figure out minutes before we started recording?
well, and I just figured
Uh,
out 2 minutes ago. It's my fault.
oh no.
What? Yeah.
What?
All right. So Brad was like, "Oh, someone got their order canceled. Like that's weird. Like, why would you get your order canceled? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you that you would get your order canceled?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's crazy.
Has
Who
to
would
be a
get their order
user
canceled?
has to be a user error in some way, right?
Has to be user error. Yeah." Um. So I'm like, I'm just scrolling through my account, making sure because I was like, "Oh, I want to make sure I ordered Lex
Yeah.
and Tim," which I did. Great, that's still going. And I noticed that my Hammond collection figures and my Jurassic World Legacy Roland Tembo. Oh God, that one breaks my heart. He's going to
I'm
be
so
available
sad.
everywhere, right? He's going to be available everywhere. He's going to be available everywhere. He's going to be available everywhere. He's going to be a shelf warmer, shelf warmer, shelf warmer. He's
Fingers
also
crossed.
canceled. And I'm
Roland
like,
got
why?
canceled. Oh no.
What's going on? Like, what's happening? And I'm looking through my email, and apparently, I ordered these with a PayPal card, and apparently, like, I had the funds there. The funds must have got spent on something else, and they couldn't charge my PayPal card, so
Oh
they
no.
canceled. Yep, they canceled,
Huh.
and apparently, this was like I missed it by like 2 days. If I would have caught this 3 days ago, they wouldn't have canceled. So I don't know. Maybe I can contact someone. Maybe I can contact Target. But yep, now I'm just dependent on, I guess, finding them. Which, this fear always hits me every time something like this
Yeah.
happens. But and it usually turns out okay. But yeah, this one I'm like really bummed because I was like really on top of it this time around, and it kind of bit me. PayPal bit me.
So I don't think you get charged until your order ships, right? But they put
Well, that's what's weird.
a request.
Yeah, they must have put.
They put out like a
Yeah.
request that says when you place an order for a pre-order item, we will send an authorization hold request to your card issuer. The authorization hold is not an actual charge and will eventually expire and drop off your account upon the time frame set by your card issuing bank. If the authorization hold expires before the item's release date or before the order is ready to be shipped, the authorization will automatically renew. If any attempt to renew the authorization fails, you'll be reminded by email to change the payment card type.
That's what
and
it
details.
was asking me to do. It was like, hey, please change your card, and I missed it.
Oh
Like I didn't see the
no!
email because it
Oh
goes to an email
no!
that I don't check anymore, and
Mhm.
yeah,
Oh,
like
I'm so sorry.
this is all on me, which totally sucks. This is all my fault.
Yeah, well, that's what we were wondering. We were like, well, how does this happen? Like, how? There's got to be some sort of user error, and unfortunately, yeah, sounds like it. So
Yeah.
check your emails, folks. You know, it sucks. Sorry to hear that, man. But like you're saying, we're gonna hope that you know, some of these figures stock the shelves well. It happened so far, right? I mean, look at the Nedry pack. The Nedry one was like, we gotta order so many of these, and then
Yeah.
it's everywhere. The Explorer, literally everywhere.
Everywhere.
Just too many Explorers out there. So this is also another vehicle set. You would think it would also be everywhere. So fingers crossed.
Yeah.
You're coming down to the States, so you can hit up Target constantly. You know, check your. We'll keep an eye on the UPC or whatever they use, whatever number. DCPI, which one is it? I forget. But we'll keep an eye on that because that stinks, man. But the other one is the more concerning one, right? The Hammond collection stuff. I feel like that's like, if that's replacing the Amber collection stuff on the shelves. Amber collection didn't really hit all that much, so we got to be pretty vigilant about that.
I mean, the good news is that if you don't see it on the shelves right around release time, it's always available on Target's website. Always available on Target's website. And the Target website, you can shop like any location too. So
we'll keep our eyes peeled.
Yeah. Dang, dude.
That,
no,
that
I'm
stinks.
like, the Hammond collection stuff is the stuff that I'm most concerned about because I feel like that's going to be like lower batch not processing, but like, you know, lower amounts on the shelves.
Yeah, the stock.
Yeah, the stock was probably going to be lower anyway. So that's a huge bummer. But hopefully because this is like the first run, maybe they're overproducing. You know, I feel like that first run of the Amber collection was not that hard to get. So
we'll see.
But, I mean, look, I'm going to the United States. I'm gonna be doing a lot more traveling. I got you, hopefully, my friend, checking the shelves every once in a while. So
I'm keeping my eyes peeled for you. But it brings us to our latest one, which you do safely have on pre-order, right?
I guess I better check. Make sure I use the right card.
It's sold out. It's the Legacy Collection Kitchen Encounter Pack, which we've been waiting for this one for a while. Maybe not this specific set, but like Lex. We've been waiting for the Lex figure for 30 years.
Yeah, I do have this one. I've got this one. I've got this one on a real credit card that there has to be no funds available. It just will bill me and I can pay for it later.
Well, actually, that makes me worried because sometimes I order these things with like a card that like I add money to an account, like it's like a whole thing. So, yeah, I'm gonna be scared now.
I learned a lesson. Don't use PayPal for this stuff anymore. Like I'm gonna I thought PayPal was supposed to draw from your account anyway. I'm gonna call Target. Like I'm gonna call some kind of customer support.
Call Mr. Target and say, "Where are my toys?"
Look, it's only been 3 days. Surely my figures are not gone, right? Like surely
somebody else got them.
We'll see.
It was weird. The other day I was checking and there was like 3 figures available. No,
there was 2 of each of these Hammonds and 2. Yeah, they just were 2 left in an instant. Yeah.
But this is a fun set, and you're not getting a duplicate. Actually, I already have the tab here. You're not getting a duplicate Tim, which is nice. I don't think that kind of looks like a duplicate.
That one does.
That was a duplicate Tim. But he is dirty. He is a dirty Tim, as Tim has mentioned, I think, from Collect
Yeah.
Jurassic. I think he coined the term Dirty Tim. But this is the worst, trying to like use the graphics here on the images on Target's website. But the characters nicely are, tarnished from their traversal across. Oh my God, what is happening? I'm not even doing anything. This website's just bugging out. They've got dirt all over themselves from running across the island for a while. So that's pretty cool. You got a frying pan. I mean, what more could you want? You got a raptor too. So
why a frying pan? Why not the
ladles? You don't remember that scene with the frying pan? That one where they smacked it over the head and the raptor was like, ow, and then just fell down in the freezer. And then they escaped.
I can't tell if you're joking with me or if I'm like forgetting something really important.
I'm joking with you.
Okay.
But look at them. They're like almost holding hands. So sweet. Yeah, we finally have the Lex figure. That's pretty cool. With frying pan, and we also have a Velociraptor too. Oh my gosh. Which I'm actually kind of glad about. At first I was like, here we go. Kind of like you were saying about Blue. It's like, here's another Blue again. Here we have another, Jurassic Park style raptor. I'm actually kind of glad about it though, because if you remember, however long ago, that Hammond set with Ellie and 2 raptors and the banner was released.
Yeah.
Remember that set? And I was like, why does it come only with 2 raptors? There's 3 raptors. It's 3 raptors. That's the whole point.
Oh.
So
yeah, now I'll have 3 raptors. Although
now you got 3 raptors.
My favorite raptor toy that they've done so far is the Walmart ones, the battle damaged ones. They're not called battle damage. What are they called in this line? Battle, whatever. But I think that Blue is the definitive.
Oh,
Blue, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would love to see. In fact, I think that raptor is the definitive raptor of this entire Mattel line. I wish they would take that mold and just get rid of the battle thing on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I would love to see some brown. But yeah, you're right. Now we have 3 brown raptors that look similar to the ones from the movie. So cool. Good on them, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually happy about it. I wish it came with like countertop, like the countertop for the kitchen. I feel like that would be a nice little touch.
Here's where my faith is restored is like that Jurassic Park 3 Raptor is still available on Target's website. The Amber Collection Jurassic Park 3.
Still there. You can get that shipped.
Actually, maybe I will order that tonight because I would actually like one.
And hey, Ellie is only $10 right now. If you want Amber Collection Ellie, only $10. Not a bad deal. And Hammond is only 14. Like, look at these prices. Look at these prices. Nice. Not bad.
Oh, I found an Tyrannosaurus. Did I tell you I found an Tyrannosaurus? I was kind of excited about that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think we talked about these last time. We don't have to rehash these. I think we talked about how I found these last time.
I have 3 of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, cool. I don't know.
They're expensive now, man.
Are they? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But a very cool pack. I'm excited to see that got announced. That's pretty fun. Very excited to have Lex added to the thing. But I wish this is a fine pack, but I was like, wouldn't it have been cool if it was like a computer or like something like that, something to do more with Lex.
So we already got Tim. We got Tim in the truck. And I feel like this is kind of a jab at this is another thing to just like hit the hammer home that girls don't sell or something, which I think is like a weird message. And it's like, so Tim gets put in a pack where Lex should also clearly be. And then Lex gets her pack, but they shoehorn in Tim because Lex wouldn't have sold with a raptor. It doesn't. Something's off about this. I get the T-Rex is a much more prominent toy than this raptor is, but something seems off. What else could Lex have come with? That
we kind of skimmed over it, but the fact that you mentioned they're kind of saying well, we're not gonna be able to sell Lex without a boy character in the package or whatever. You know, like nobody's gonna buy it.
Which is kind of
It's
insane because you know that if Lex was a Comic-Con exclusive, you know we all would have been up at 4 a.m. clicking on our website. I mean, again, us
you would have
as
gotten
adult.
all of them canceled. But yeah, no, but I agree. I think we should have like Lex with her own pack. Like that's what I was trying to say is like Lex should be coming not with Tim and Raptor and Frying Pan. Like give Lex her thing. Like you know, like Tim has the goggles. You know, all these characters come with a thing that is appropriate for them. Frying Pan doesn't cut it for me.
What would Lex come with?
Well, I think that's what I was saying. Like, if it was like a little computer, like Ray Arnold came with a computer for his. He came with no desk or anything. It was just computer, which was always weird. It would have been cool if it came with like a little desk and like a computer. Since it's the 3 3/4 inch scale, you could do something like that a little bit smaller. That would have been cool. If it's coming with a kitchen set, forget about Tim. Include Ladle. You know, Ladle would have been great. Include her and include that part of the kitchen that she has to shut the door on. Like that would have been awesome. Like that's so that's so easy to make. It's just like just make a little box with a door. A box with a door. Like it doesn't even have to move. The door doesn't even have to move. Like there's options out there. And like you said, she should have come in the Explorer pack with Tim because that makes sense. You know, having Tim by himself only makes sense if he's off the cliff in the tree. Like that's the only way Tim makes sense by himself.
The only other thing I think I would really have liked to have seen Lex come with is a Triceratops that is a good scale Triceratops. And hey, if they really wanted to get crazy, a young Triceratops kind of based off of the book or something. But
I know that's when you said that. That's what I was like. Oh, that would be really cool.
But like even if they came up with like even if they came out with like not the sick Triceratops, but the
no, because that wouldn't make much sense to me.
No, that'd be kind of a boring toy. But actually, you know what? They should come up with a sick Triceratops.
I want a sick Triceratops. I just mean Lex in that set doesn't really.
No, like doesn't really make sense. But
yeah,
I mean, I just think that giving us a new sculpt on a Triceratops that again is like within scale, I would have been. I think that would have been really cool.
You know what they should have, which they probably wouldn't have done, but it would have been cool to have like a set with Hammond and Ellie, not Ellie, Lex and Tim, like because Hammond came with Ellie and the Raptors last time, and that was like I was like, why? What is this set? This is an odd set. Like it would have been cool to have Hammond with Lex and Tim because like they're his grandchildren. That's a cool set. But in terms of like her having her own set, which would be awesome. There's not necessarily a ton of things like from the film to pull from because there's not we just named the two iconic things. Give her some Jello that's tiny.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it kind of like it didn't make sense to me why she wasn't in that T-Rex set with the Explorer. Like, oh man, what a killer set that would be. Or no, I would say give us the second Explorer with a different number on it, but no, it wouldn't sell.
Yeah. We need to like have this be normal these days. Is let these figures be available in the boys section. You know how they split the store up.
Yeah. But so then my question to you is
of that.
Does this round out the cast? Are we missing anybody?
Yes, we're missing Gennaro and his bathroom set.
Yes, we are. Okay, who else are we missing?
We're missing Dr. Wu. We need Dr. Wu.
Yep. All right.
We're missing Jerry Harding. Jerry Harding. Get me Jerry Harding.
Okay.
We're missing Joffrey. Raise the gate. Come on.
Okay.
We're missing.
Dude.
We're missing pink shirt guys. Give us the pink shirt guys.
So I want the pink shirt guys.
Yeah.
Mattel, give us pink shirt guys. Like seriously,
yes,
I just want like 3 or 4 of them because they're employees. And I want you talked about the Jerry Harding, or no? You talked about Joffrey.
I said both.
I want a bunch of those.
The construction worker guys, like
the handlers from the beginning. Oh, dude, with the trash dumpster cage. Oh, that would be so cool. What
Which
a cool playset
we're
that would
kind of
be.
getting something like that with the Atrociraptor. I don't know if you saw that. For some
Yeah,
reason,
we did see that.
it wasn't on his site there. Maybe it's not officially out there, but you have the new character of Soyono Santos with a like some sort of thing, like I forget what it was called, controller, and then the taser that DeWanda Wise's character has, also a taser in the movie. And it comes with like a cage that has an Atrociraptor in it. So, they're fully capable of making that cage from the first film. Make it. Like, I want to see that so bad.
Yeah.
But I do want them to mine from other movies as well. Like I want, Sarah Harding and things like
Please
that.
give us Sarah Harding before you give us Pink Shirt Guy. Like, I'd be okay with that.
Yeah. There's a lot of like other prominent characters that should come before Pink Shirt Guy or Helmet Guy from the beginning of the movie. Whatever, he's got a lantern.
That's fair.
The guys from the dig site in the Dominican Republic. Like, let's get those guys.
Yeah, right.
All right, so that's about that, I think. So very cool, very excited. Let's move on to our next topic, which is the. What are you laughing at?
I'm wondering how many episodes of The Wire we've done where I learned that I'm not getting a toy that I really want. What's next month's? What's next month's toy? What's next month's disappointment?
Well, let's see. What is next month's? Is going to be a legacy collection item. So, get disappointed, I guess.
Brad, can you imagine? What I think I would have to walk off set if this was a Hammond collection Gallimimus. I might have just left the podcast and been like,
you got to wait until May for the next Hammond collection.
Which isn't that just going to be a raptor? Like, isn't that?
Yeah, I
Don't
guess
we
so.
Kind of know that it's a raptor. All right. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, I forget which ones. We do have a Gallimimus coming. There is a Gallimimus coming. So
for Hammond collection.
Yeah.
We know this.
Mm-hmm.
Have we seen it?
No. We've got the Raptor, which you're probably right since we didn't pre-order that, or Malcolm, right?
Oh my gosh, the Gallimimus.
But we have Raptor, Dilophosaurus, Gallimimus, Ian, Ellie, Alan.
I cannot wait.
Triceratops.
Wait.
Triceratops and Ceratosaurus. Ceratosaurus is an odd one. Like, why is that in there?
Yeah, why is Ceratosaurus? They already did a great job with their first version of it. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know you don't want that.
No, I don't want that. Unless it looks cool. If it looks cool, give it to me. But usually they don't. All right, but let's move on to our next topic.